Make it absolutely perfectly clear that they hate you, your family, and your children, and everything you stand for. The New York City Department of Education has produced a new show called Drag Queen Story Hour. It features a drag queen called Little Miss Hot Mess. The show is aimed at children between the ages of 3 and 8. It's airing on PBS, the state broadcaster. Here's part of it.
Hi, everybody. My name is Little Miss Hot Mess, and I'm so excited to be here with you today. I am a drag queen and a children's book author. And you may be wondering to yourself, what on earth is a drag queen? Well, don't worry, because I'm going to tell you. Drag queens, we are everyday people. So today I am going to read from my own book, The Hips on the Drag Queen Go Swish, Swish, Swish. And I wrote this book because I wanted everyone to get to experience the magic of drag and to get a little practice shaking their hips or shimmying their shoulders.
At one point in the show, the drag queen declares, quote, "I think we might have some drag queens in training on our hands," which obviously is the point. Tammy Bruce is the host of Get Tammy Bruce on Fox Nation. We're always delighted to have her on this show. Tammy, great to see you. It does seem, I'm not quite sure how to describe it. In fact, I won't describe it. What do you think of this?
This is fascinating because what you've got here, as you described in your opening, is this effort, I think, to influence. And what's shocking about it, not only is it, should parents be concerned, taxpayer dollars are going for this, but the gay community should be concerned. This is the opposite of what the gay community says they care about. Look, they come out against the conversion therapy. And the argument is that people are going to become who they are. And we shouldn't be persuaded or moved or changed based on other people's experiences or opinions. And here it is, arguably, this is what they're doing. If we're against conversion therapy because people can be persuaded, who should not be, should be allowed to be themselves, what do you think is happening when you're talking about this, which is a sexual issue and a gender issue, to 3 to 8-year-olds? I mean, if we're going to be taken seriously, we've gained a lot of goodwill with the American people, appropriately so. There's all kinds of different lives in America. A majority dynamic, of course, with heterosexuals, a minority dynamic with homosexuals. Drag queens are fabulous. And Americans, we embrace the underdog and the unusual. But this goes too far. What we should do, of course, if we want to be taken seriously and be able to say that everybody grows up, whoever it is they might end up being, is to stop going after people's children, to stop trying to move an agenda that is both political and sexual to America's children. And then that way, obviously, if we're convinced, as I am, that as a gay woman, that we become who we are through our experiences. And I don't want people to wonder, gosh, was I persuaded? Was I cajoled? Was I bullied? Was I shaped by someone else? This is what none of us want. We don't want it to be about becoming not gay or moving us into a certain kind of arena. That's also up to parents and how parents are going to raise their children. But for this to be taxpayer dollars, television, wait 15 years for those 3-year-olds to be 18. And then you can have a fascinating conversation and a great program. It might even be called RuPaul's Drag Race, which of course, gets all kinds of awards, and I enjoy immensely. But that's for adults. It's not for 5-year-olds. We can leave children out of it and then move along in our lives and get the respect we deserve.
Well, we should be forced to leave kids out. It almost feels like they're saying, how much will you put up with? Like, this is basically saying to, people who don't want their kids sexually propagandized, we can do anything we want, and there's nothing you can do about it because you're passive and stupid.
Well, yes.
And I just wonder how long people will put up with it. Not much longer, I hope.
Well, see, that's it. And they've been conditioned to think that if you say no, you're a bigot or you're a homophobe. That is not true. Again, this does not speak well of the gay community, and it's not the entire gay community who wants this to happen.
Well, of course
this is about basic standards, and you're not a bigot for standing up against it. You care about your kids. Gay people care about your kids. This is not about indoctrination. This is not what we do. And I personally am getting tired with this militant framework presenting the gay community as though we're all into this and all want it. That's not true.
Yeah, it's not true. I happen to know. Tammy, great to see you tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Tucker.
So Sandy Cortez and dozens of other Democrats